Up next on Women Talk Live, minorities in the era of Trump. What the hell facts and hashtags? And now it's Women Talk Live with April J, Sassy Scribe, and Tyra Hill.
Women Talk Live. Women Talk Live. Women Talk Live. Women Talk. Women Talk Live. Women Talk Live. Women Talk Live. Women Talk. Women Talk Live.
And welcome back to Women's Talk Live. As I said earlier, we're going to have a very, very exciting show today. We're just talking about Trump, minorities in the era of Trump.
Yes.
Make America great again.
Number
Right.
45. Yeah.
But first off, we're going to get into our what the hell facts. Like, what the hell is going on?
Hashtag what the hell is going on?
All right, so
America's already great.
all right, so our first what the hell facts is cracking your knuckles does not hurt your bones or cause arthritis, because you know what your grandparents told you. The sound you hear is just gas bubbles bursting.
When I read these, I cracked my knuckles.
What the hell?
Because I cracked my knuckles all the time. We did it growing up, and it was a thing. You know, it was a thing of cracking the knuckles. And I guess it was a sign of toughness, but you know, I'm not tough.
Right.
But we did it, and the minute I read that, I was like, oh my God.
Well, I was always told if you cracked your knuckles, you would get arthritis.
Yeah.
So as a female, like, who wants arthritis in their hands?
I grew up in the country, so we always cracked down.
Well, I grew up in the country. I climbed the trees, and I was a tomboy. But I never cracked my knuckles.
Oh, wow. All right. So, well, speaking of that, males, all you males out there, yes, you do get a version of PMS, okay?
Girl, you just not knowing that.
It's called IMS, okay?
I swear.
It's due to the daily hormone cycle. Men may experience stomach cramps and mood swings.
Hashtag what the hell?
That explains a lot.
It explains a lot.
Yeah.
But I've always said that.
Every 28 days or every 23 days? but we laugh, but they go through a cycle the same way.
Absolutely.
And it burns me up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But they always want to talk about us. But anywho.
I think men are way more sensitive than women, but that's another show.
Yeah, okay. So, Sassy, I think this is more for us. Studies show that sarcasm enhances the ability of a human mind to solve complex problems.
Except for a word problem. I'm not going to ask that.
Well, I'm going to have to say, hashtag what the hell on that one, because I just, like, what? Huh? Read that again, April.
All right, so studies show that sarcasm enhances the ability of the human mind to solve complex problems.
I think that we can be a little bit of the problem solvers. I believe that.
Yeah.
Maybe not super complex, but I believe
Sarcastic people?
Yeah, sarcastic
I
people.
can be very sarcastic.
I can.
Yeah.
I like to crack slick every
Do
now
you
and
guys
then.
think I'm sarcastic?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think so.
You say it with a smile, but you're sarcastic.
Yeah.
Or am I nice nasty?
Nice
nasty.
Nice nasty.
That's nice.
Yeah, because
that
I
a
don't
thing?
think I'm sarcastic.
Okay, so Tyra is the nice nasty.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
nice and nasty. All right, so for all you ladies out there, drinking cold water actually causes your body to burn calories as it uses energy to warm up your body temperature.
I did that as soon as I read that.
You did?
And it just
Did
made
it
my
help?
body cold on the inside. It just did. I can only drink room temperature water, so I can't drink
Yeah, I
ice
don't
cold
like
water.
cold water. I don't like cold
I
water.
don't like cold
So
anything.
burning calories, if you drink cold water, you burn calories.
Yeah,
Because your body
Yeah.
has to heat up
right.
to warm the water up.
Yeah. See.
So really, what are you, a crock pot on the inside?
Well, hey,
You never
some
know.
of us have the flashes,
That's right.
and they need their cold water.
Right, that's true. All right, so our hashtags of the week kind of tie into what, our era of Trump,
Yeah.
which is hashtag White House Please Hold songs.
Oh, my goodness.
First one. Hello, is it leaks you're looking for?
Yes. It's like a sieve.
Right.
It's like a sieve.
Exactly. They're just flowing. Cut it. Your budget is way too high. You need to cut it.
You need to cut it.
And we're going to definitely get
Your
into all
price
that.
is way too high. You need to cut it.
Right, exactly. And the next one is, I heard it through the microwave. We all heard about that.
The microwave is not only listening to you, it can also take pictures.
Yeah, and
The wiretaps.
Right, yeah. And Obama's doing it. Okay.
I can't take number 45 serious, but go ahead.
And our last one is, it's my party and I lie if I want to.
Alternative
That
facts.
Alternative
That is
facts.
what the administration is all about.
Yeah.
They are 100% liars.
Well, you have
It's
to
like
laugh to
ants
keep
on
from
fire.
crying because
Nope.
it's really
It's
going
sad.
down
Right.
in the White House.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It's really sad what's acceptable in America today. It really is sad. And he's made it acceptable for so many things. And they talk about making America great again. America has already been great. Maybe it's me, but America, in my opinion, in my America, it's already been great. I live a good life. Everybody I know is
I
living
agree
pretty
with
damn
you.
good.
Yeah.
I agree with you to a certain extent. And what has made America great are the minorities. America is standing on our shoulders. The Native Americans, the African Americans, the Latinos, the Hispanics. And so, you know, even with that, I have to say this because I think our guest is coming on today. He would say, as far as us making America great, you know, we're not even going to go there. But the moral of the story is there has to be accountability.
Exactly.
It just didn't get this way. They've been getting away with this stuff.
Right.
It's just now familiar to us because it's so blank. It's just right there.
Right. All right, so we're going to get into more of that. 'Cause
Yeah.
this is, this is.
Stay right there.
a
It's
big,
going
big
down.
Topic, big topic. So listen, don't go anywhere. We have more of Women's Talk Live coming up next. Minorities in the era of Trump.
Yeah.
Don't want to miss it.
And welcome back to Women Talk Live. We are about to have a phenomenal conversation. Today we're talking minorities in the Trump era. And today's guest is absolutely dope. He's a native of Philadelphia. He is a 5-time author. Not only is he an author, he's an organizer, a community activist. He's a preacher. He goes by none other than Mitchell Chance. Mitch, what's up?
Not much, man.
Oh, no. Welcome to Women's Talk.
So good.
Well, it's all good.
You gotta, yeah, you know.
Sound good.
Wait, I can't make this stuff up.
Sound like you.
See, we had to put sassy here, you know.
I'm about to move sassy. So, Mitch, we are just so honored to have you be a part of this conversation. Today, we're talking minorities in the era of Trump. And you have been very, very vocal about number 45 being president. And so we wanted to bring you in on this conversation. And it's a lot to talk about, so April.
Yeah, I think the first thing we want to do is this budget. Because, you know, you look at these budgets, a lot of cuts. First of all, you have the budget cuts for Department of Housing, Department of Education. I mean, these are things that have... Department of Energy. You know, a lot of programs are being cut, which actually benefit
Meals on Wheels.
the minorities.
Yeah.
So, you know, I see your shirt. I am
It's not
changed.
just the minorities that it benefits, though. It benefits a good part of his base.
Yeah.
The people that voted
That's
for him
true, too.
and propelled
Right.
him into office,
Yeah.
those are the ones that's going to hurt just as well.
Exactly.
Well, I think my first question to Mitch would be, since this was a Photoshop opportunity, when all of the historical black college leaders met with number 45, and they met in his office. Remember when the little girl had her feet on the couch?
Yeah.
And then a week later, little girl, little Kelly,
It just came to me. I'm thinking to myself, what girl was in the White House?
well, she was sitting on the couch like a little girl. So it's little girl Kelly.
Right.
Well,
But they asked her to take that picture.
But it was so ironic that Sassy, when you
I
go to
don't-
your mama house, you know you don't put your foot on that sofa.
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, you don't. No.
But
I
it's
don't.
so ironic that he met with all of our leaders. And then a week or so later, he cuts the education budget substantially.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
I think it all depends on the way you're looking at the
Okay.
world, your lens, and what your desire is.
Okay.
You know, me personally, I'm a segregationalist. I believe that we need to be in position to control our own destiny. As a people, we have found ourselves with a trust of this government that we should not have had in the first place. This government, nothing about this government speaks help to African people in this country at all. Everything about this country is against us. So to me, when I hear about cuts, I really don't, it doesn't bother me. I'm not upset about any of the cuts. I think it forces us to begin to come together. You know, we don't need the government to give HBCUs money. We need to donate to them.
Absolutely.
We need to make sure we're funding our own schools. We need to make sure we're funding all of our own programs. Collectively, we have enough money to fund any and everything that we want to do.
Yes,
So to
we
me
do.
personally, the more he cuts, the more excited I get.
Okay.
Because it puts us in the corner where, okay, now we have to come back together.
Okay.
We always say, you know, it takes a village to raise a child, but we haven't had villages in a long time.
Wow.
So these
That's
cuts
true.
are causing us to recreate the villages that we need.
Right.
And so with that, I'm excited about all the
Yeah.
negative stuff
Yeah.
that he's doing.
And we used to do that. I mean, as a community, you look at the Black Panthers.
Yes.
You know, they have such a
They
negative.
vilified them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know
that
they.
was who was it? J. Edgar Hoover
Right.
did not want them to do what they were. They were feeding the homeless. They were
Right.
feeding the
Starting the
community.
WIC
The WIC program.
Right.
They vilify everybody, even
Right.
a student nonviolent council.
Exactly.
Like, how do
Exactly.
you vilify that? You know,
Right.
so even like now we have this view like Martin Luther King is some beloved guy, but he was considered a terrorist
Right.
when he was alive.
Yes, that's
true.
You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
So they made anything that had to do with black empowerment was automatically given a stamp of some kind of terrorism to get our own people to go against our own self-best interests.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, so now when Trump does all this crazy stuff, it's letting people say, wow, this country really isn't for us, and we got to band together. So again, like I said,
I mean, he thinks that we live in poverty, that we
That
don't have
everyone,
no.
all of us live in the ghetto.
Yeah, we live in the
And we
ghettos
walk
and
out
all
in
stuff.
front of
Yeah.
our house, we might get shot or something like that. People didn't vote for him that looked like me, not based on the fact that he was Republican. I didn't vote for him based on what he brings, what he stood for.
but a lot of us don't vote because we just ignorantly vote Democrat, not knowing the Democrats.
I voted for Republicans a time or two.
Yeah.
I
a lot of us, we typically
but I
vote
vote
like
my
90% Democrat.
Now, see, listen, now.
90%, but you
Right.
should be voting the interest of the people.
Exactly.
Which is why I did not understand how women overwhelmingly went for him with some of the things that he said.
Right.
Well, it was easy for them because they did not. It's one thing they would have rather had a bigot, a racist in there than a woman.
That's true.
Because
So
as
there's a lot of
women,
sexism
it's
still
a
in
lot
America.
of
Exactly.
excuse me, women who are programmed to think less than of themselves because that's how their husbands look at them.
That's true.
So, you know,
Very true.
it is what it is. But then even when you think about Trump and everything that because Mitch was one of the few African Americans or African who just happens to live in America, because I told y'all that's how he say things.
Right.
Who was ecstatic that Trump was, I said Trump.
Trump.
Trump was elected as
Right.
president.
Right.
And I mean, he was on Facebook like, woo!
I think it got almost 2 million views.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You had a hoodie or something on.
No,
Yeah.
I had a fro. I had a
Yeah, the
Okay.
problem,
Okay.
yeah. But I think we as people don't pay attention. We don't read.
Mm-hmm.
We don't sit and really kind of, you know, for me, I watch CNN. I watch NBC.
I watch Fox
I
News.
watch all of
I
it
watch
because
all of them.
at the same point, you know, I want to know what's going on, and we don't do that. You know, and that's one saying if you want to hide something from black people, putting it in a book. It should not be that way.
Well,
It
we
should
don't
not.
read. I remember growing up in
We
elementary
read, but
school,
we
we
read.
had
Our president don't
a
read.
read-a-thon.
He don't
Well,
read.
you know, well, it's a lot of stuff that he don't
Yeah,
do.
he don't. But I'm just saying. I think him tweeting. I think it's really taken away from us paying attention to what's really going on.
yeah.
We
There's a
don't. We
lot
just
of
don't
things
do
that.
that.
Are being done as we're
Right.
being distracted.
Right.
But I feel
And
like
people are easily
really,
distracted.
We really have to get away from even what's being on CNN,
Right.
MSNBC. You in your own neighborhood. I don't need CNN to tell me what's going on in my neighborhood.
Right.
I don't need Fox News or MSNBC to tell me what's going on and what I need in my neighborhood. It's up to me. So I got the hoodie on. I am the change. It's up to me to be in my community, making sure my community is functioning the way it wants. I don't want government help. I don't want anybody that's not somebody that's like me or looks like me to have their hand in anything I do, because when they got their hand in it, they can always take it from me. So now we're crying about budget cuts because we was dependent on somebody else. Whereas if I don't need you, it's like racism. Racism is dependent upon the oppressed needing the oppressor. The moment I don't need you, you can't be racist. The moment I don't need you, you can't discriminate on me for a loan or for a job, because I don't need you.
Right.
So when we get to, like Marcus Garvey always taught, a self-reliant mindset, and we want to build everything ourselves, own our own communities, our own school systems, our own police force, our own hospitals, everything that we need to survive, we need to own. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people think
as a
that
means of protection, yes.
segregation, and I have a lot of aunts, great aunts, who believe that the worst thing that could have happened to us was segregation. Because integration. Yeah, because integration was because before there was integration, we owned our own grocery stores, our own pharmacies, our own banks.
We did.
Everything.
We did. Yeah.
And so when
And
we
our
had to
corners
cross
are
the
different
track,
now.
right.
If you look at our corners, look what's on the corners. Those were the stores that we
Well,
owned.
if you think about this, and I didn't know this until, I watched TV, where I didn't know that the tobacco companies actually targeted minorities until I saw an ad on TV saying that they put them in urban and other minority areas. So it's not just an African.
Liquor stores, right.
All of that is targeted, not just in our community, the African American community, but
And minorities.
the minorities as a whole,
Latino.
Latinos, the Hispanics. So those all are target markets for them. So what did they do with their money? We would be unstoppable if we focused our money and let it flip in our community.
Right.
Exactly.
But we are so busy, as the guy said, with brands on our body, with the design.
We're building everybody else's brand except for our own.
Except for their own.
Right.
And that's a mindset. How do we get the people within the community to want to patronize one another? It's like the worst thing you can do. They'll go out and they'll buy the Jordans and everything else, but that you open up a store, and they don't want to come to you. They automatically want to discount.
Right. So we're real quick, because we're gonna hold it there. But when we come back, we just want to get a little bit more in, just a little bit.
Yeah.
We gotta wrap up. But listen, don't go anywhere. Women's Talk Live is coming right back right after this. So don't go anywhere. We got more of this discussion coming right back.
With Mitchell Chance.
And welcome back to Women's Talk Live. I tell you, time just flies when you have an interesting conversation. But just kind of final thoughts. Tell everybody where they can, see you. I know that you are open to a church soon.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So you can find me on social media at mchancespeaks on Twitter or Instagram, or find me on Facebook at Mitchell Chance Speaks, or you can go to my website, mchancespeaks.com. Got a lot of different blogs, a lot of different videos, and also I have 5 different books, so they're all on there for you to check out.
And what are the books, real quick?
Come Out of Your Tomb, Transformational Growth, Broken Pillars, The 6 Days of Manhood for African American Men, and The Great Hijack.
The Great Hijack.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Sounds good. That's all right. You got all those books, right? All 5?
All 5.
All 5.
All 5, and I'm telling you, you need to get them.
Okay.
And Mitch, you had a special going on, right?
Well, the bundle package, you can buy all 5 books for $59.99 or all 5 ebooks for $19.99.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, get the books. They're really dope.
Yeah. So listen, real quick, we're going to wrap up with our final thought. But remember, pay attention. I mean, it's very important that you pay attention. Stay educated. Read, okay? Do not.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
Stop spreading. April, can I just say this?
Yeah.
Read.
Right.
Knowledge is power. Stop spreading lies on social media. Make sure the story is accurate, especially with everything that we're doing. We don't have time for fake news.
But it's serious. A lot of fake news on social media.
It is.
And people are sharing those different topics, not even doing their own research on it. So now, before I share it, I got to look at the site. If the site says, something that I'm not familiar with, I won't even post it anymore.
And not just current know the truth of your history.
That's it.
Oh, that, yeah.
Once you understand
Absolutely.
your history, you'll understand what's going on today and how to counter some of the things that we're dealing with. But without knowing your history, you're lost.
You're doomed to repeat.
That's
Right,
what's up.
right,
That's
yeah.
that's good, Mitch.
Yeah. That, I am the change. You gotta make a change. Right?
Definitely.
Okay.
We all have to be the change.
Right?
Change you want to see
No more
starts
one
with you.
leader.
Yeah.
Everybody has to be a leader.
Right.
Starts with the man in the mirror, as
Exactly.
MJ said.
Right.
Well, I'm excited.
Right,
And
yeah.
even though number 45 is in office, honey, he ain't phasing me.
No, absolutely. All right, so thanks again
Thank
for
y'all for having me. I
sitting in with
appreciate it.
us.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mitch.
appreciate that.
Thank you for
All
coming.
right. Oh, you know.
So I had to touch
You know it. I knew it was coming. At some point, I knew it was coming.
Sit on your hands, Sassy.
All right, so my final thought today, I'm actually quoting from Winston Churchill. Tact is the ability to tell someone to go to hell in such a way that they're looking forward to the trip. We'll see you next time on Women's Talk Live. I'm your girl, April J.
Sassy Sprout.
Tyra Hill.
And our special guest.
Mitchell Chance, the voice of revolution.